Hey, hi, hello. If Trump wants people to stop comparing him to Hitler, and if his followers want people to stop comparing them to Nazis, then they should probably stop sounding so much like Nazis.
Ooh, Lordy. I did not have hot ginger anti-fascist on my list of things I needed in 2025, but he is here and I'm not complaining.
Right? I have a master's degree in Holocaust and genocide studies. I've studied Hitler's speeches and his rhetoric extensively.
Keep going, handsome. I'm looking to get a master's degree in those arms.
If you gave me a list of out of context quotes from Trump and Hitler and asked me to guess who said which one, I'd still have kind of a rough time of it. Let me give you some examples. They're destroying the blood of our country. They're destroying the fabric of our country,
I got something you could destroy.
and we must get them out. Was that Trump or was that Hitler? That was Trump. Hitler said, all great cultures of the past died out only because the originally creative race died of blood poisoning. The same rhetoric that Trump used at a rally in New Hampshire in November of 2023 is what Hitler was saying in Mein Kampf. Let's try another example, shall we? We are fighting against an enemy who consists not of humans, but of animals or beasts.
I'm just gonna put it out there. Some animals like being fought in the right context. Pinned down, pressed between the floor and your well-defined pecs.
Now, was that Trump or was that Hitler? That one was Hitler, speaking about the German army fighting against the Soviets in 1941. Trump said in a rally in Wisconsin in April of 2024, talking about undocumented immigrants, they're not humans, they're animals. And I'll call them animals because that's what they are. Hell, the rhetoric that Trump and the Republican Party use against transgender people is the exact same rhetoric that Hitler and the Nazis used against Jewish people, that they want to invade our spaces and infect it with their lack of morals and sexual degeneracy, that they're groomers and pedophiles and sex criminals, and they just want to assault and rape our women. Hell, Trump even pulls out the classic fascist scapegoat dichotomy, that they're both superhumanly strong and subhumanly weak, right? Undocumented immigrants are lazy, good for nothing, living off of welfare, just want a handout, but they're also apparently stealing all of our jobs and destroying the fabric of our country with their foreign ways and refusing to assimilate into good Aryan, American culture. It's the same exact fucking rhetoric. And I'm telling you this as an expert in this particular field. Trump's a Nazi.
Move over Paul Rudd, move over John Krasinski, move over every Hollywood Chris. We have a new sexiest man alive.
He's a fascist. And he's a punk ass little bitch. Have a day.
Okay, so normally I clip like a few seconds from another video and then I respond to it, but this one was so good. And just to be clear, we don't have a creator fund in Canada, so like I'm not making any money off of stealing this guy's content I just thought it would be funny to, have, a computer chicken with the deep voice hit on a really, really, really attractive guy as he explains, that the current American politicians are all Nazis. And I think it's funny. And to be clear, like the guy who's more of an expert on this than I am makes it really clear that the similarities are glaring. People often think of Nazis as just they hated Jewish people. But you have to remember, there wasn't ever a rational reason for hating Jewish people, other than there were a lot of wealthy Jewish people that the Nazi Party wanted to appropriate their wealth. There was like they used to say things like Jews had horns. None of it was rational, and so for a lot of people, it seems like they think Trump can't be a Nazi because he isn't like flagrantly saying horrible things about Jewish people. And that's a big part, like just the failure of society to acknowledge what Nazism was about. It was about, a few very psychologically unhealthy people manipulating the general population to gain a lot of control. And that is exactly what we've seen happening in America.